Hello YouTube, Jedamon 2005 here with a review of the Kaitou Sentai Lupinranger vs. Keisatsu Sentai Patranger VS Vehicle Series DX X-Train Thunder. So we have the second of Noel's trains that he brings along with him, and it is Thunder. Now this box, as you can see, is pretty much the same way Fire was, just switched over to the Patranger. So we have Patran X instead of Lupin X, Patran Ichigo instead of Lupin Red, and we have X-Emperor Gunner instead of X-Emperor Slash. Here's Thunder, here's the show logo, Sentai logo, VS Vehicle Series, DX X-Train Thunder. Thunder and its stats on this side, use it with these things here on the back. Combine Fire and Thunder with the X-Changer and you will get X-Emperor Slash and Gunner. Here is Thunder doing thundery things. Use it with the VS Changer, right? That's how we have to summon it, since Noel can't summon it on his own. And make X-Emperor on the bottom is the words. Okay, so here is X-Train Thunder. It's another, locomotive type, just like, the Gold train is, similar to how both the X-Train Silver and X-Train Fire are both bullet trains. Now, this, just like how Fire, acted like a dial fighter with the VS Changer, this will act like a trigger machine. Hence why when we got our first list of sounds with the VS Changer, this was listed as Trigger Machine Thunder, because we didn't have a visual of the toy for reference. We do see the X up there, right? There's a lot of blue and gold going on. This folds down, for attacking. It throws thunder at you this way. It does have the wheel on the bottom. It's got the rails. 062 is the number. And then, of course, everything needed to do all the different transformations. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the VS Changer. Thunder! And of course, it has that Patranger type voice. Keisatsu Boost. There's even like lightning bolts and like the fake trigger, like how we had a fake dial on the other one. Right, so that's the summoning, right? Sounds just like it would if it were a trigger machine. So, we can do a few things with this, right? First off, if we take Thunder and Fire here, right? We bring in Goody, right? And we'll go ahead, we'll flip this forward, we'll flip the cannons around. We can bring this down, right? Fire. Thunder on this arm. Okay, let's get the head straight, fold these up, right, just like we normally would, and clip it on, and now we have Lupin Kaiser trains. All right, so that is the combination it makes with these two. And of course, if I wanted to make Pat Kaiser trains, I know it's a very difficult thing to do. And now I have Pat Kaiser trains, right? Switched out the red vehicles and flipped these pieces up. We're gonna go ahead, flip them back down. So, next thing we're gonna do with this is, we're gonna pull this apart completely first of all. And we're going to get gold and silver in here and do X-Emperor. Now, what we want to do, okay, is we're going to take these pieces, we're going to stick them straight out behind them for the moment. Right here's Fire. Here's Thunder, Silver. Yeah, Thunder, that's good. What we're going to do is we're going to match the colors. So the back of this one is gold, and we're going to clip Thunder to it. Similarly, the back of this one is silver. Boom, clip fire to it. We're gonna remove the head, right? As we saw before, this has the head of all three of the things we're about to do. Okay, in fact, we want this one first. We're gonna do X Emperor Slash. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to stick this through here. Oops. Like this, right? Such that it makes an X, right? If I hold this up, you can see the big X pattern, right? Now, what I'm gonna do with this is these will be the feet, fold up, right? Now, I'm gonna lay it down because it's nothing holding it in place, so it's just gonna do this motion. Right, so I'm gonna bring silver around. Now there's a piece right here. We're gonna fold upwards on silver, bring it around, do the same for fire. Fold this piece up for fire. Now, what holds it together and keeps it from being floppy is this head. So what I need to do is I'm gonna have these pegs right here, and there's two sets of them, right? There's this set down there and this top set. So I'm just gonna plug them into the top set, or I'm gonna drop the head. That also will happen repeatedly. And there we go. And that lets me put him more, position him the way I want him. I'm gonna rotate the gun to the left, such that the X is right here on the right. So now I have X Emperor Gunner. Okay, you can see got the flaps. That's what the flaps look like. It's very symmetrical, right? And there is the trains. Now on the show, right, he switches and it basically just flips itself over. It's not going to look as pretty as that, but you can pretty much do that, right? Once you unclip the head. Let's slide this back into place. Once you unclip the head, it becomes very floppy. So we'll do that, right? We'll unclip the head and, bring these around. Fold the little tabs back in. Okay. Now, these become the feet, right? These become arms. Right. So we're gonna fold them back down flat. Let's lay them back down again just to make this easier on everyone. Now there's a piece inside here. Fold it up. Gold has one as well. Fold those up. Okay. Bring this around. Whoop. Pop the train off. That tends to happen if you pull too much. It's okay. It pops back on. All right. Now we're gonna put this to where it's straight across that way and point it straight up. Now the head started out like this. We now want to use this head, so we're going to bring this down and this will plug into those other two ports. Right? They were the bottom ones as X Emperor Slash. They're now the top ones as X Emperor Gunner. Slide him back. And there we have X Emperor Gunner, right? The Patranger form, if you will, of X Emperor. The X is now down here, okay? And he's got the gun. And it makes train sounds, because I didn't do the whole thing the certain way so that it makes the X Emperor sound, but I'm not really concerned. We did that in the X Changer video. So yeah, that's the two X Emperor forms. So let's go ahead. We're going to pull this apart now, and we're going to make Good Cool Kaiser VSX. Okay, so we want to pull the head off, right? I'm going to fold the flaps in, and we want to very nicely pull the trains apart. Okay, so separate your trains. Okay. lay this flat. Okay, we're now going to separate fire and thunder from gold and silver. Now, okay, so for this combination, you will need these trains. Obviously, you'll need trigger machines, Ichigo, Nigo, and Sango. You'll need dial fighters, red, blue, and yellow, and you need good striker. Good striker. Okay. Now, what we've done here, what I've pre-done, yellow is in arm mode, so is blue, so is Nigo, and so is Sango, right? We've done that 101 times before. There's no reason to do it over again. So, what we're gonna do, on Thunder and Fire, they each have this flap. We're gonna fold it up, all right? If I can get it. Okay, now, what that's gonna do is it's gonna make the worst shoes ever. What I mean by that is, good striker's gonna fit in here. There's pegs on the inside of his legs, right here and here. And this is how it's gonna hold it together, is this little bitty peg. Don't pick it up when you're done. They're gonna fall apart, okay? Let's move blue and yellow out of the way. Don't need them right now. Thunder's gonna go on this side. Fire is gonna go on this side. Now his is normally hidden behind the cannon. When you folded that cannon out, the clip is now accessible, okay? Now, to make this easy, we're gonna do this first. Nigo is going to 2 pegs, holes in the wheels, all right? And you'll notice he very nicely fits in that space. It's great. Same thing with Fire, okay, and Sango. They're actually made to do that. So, let's go ahead. And actually, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna put the head on. So the head's gonna look like this. Why does it need to look like this? Well, first of all, that's the face. This needs to be in this position because red dial fighter is actually gonna clip on just like this, okay? So we're gonna do that now, okay? Red is on now. Goody's wings are typically folded back for the pegs. We're gonna unfold them, okay, so that they point out and look glorious, okay? Let's go ahead, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put his shitty shoes on, just to kind of clean up our workspace, right? Okay, there we go. Now, gold, silver, blue, and yellow. Gold is going to go on like this. It's going to be the the left arm. Okay. Now this, we're going to end up having, I hope it's on the frame. This, we're going to end up having this way like this, and you'll see why in a moment. And we're going to clip up to this top piece yellow. Yellow is going to go on that side, just like that. Silver is going to be the right arm. Blue will clip to his top port up here, the one previously used. And then we're going to angle them. We're going to 45 them out, okay? Now, what we've got is, let me find the exact, I 45'd it the wrong direction, okay? What we've got is these ports right up here. And these ports are going to connect to where Good Striker normally would have its wing pegs, okay? And let's see. Right, so what you've got is a this peg and this peg. And, right, no, I'm sorry. This peg and this peg next to it. And that's going to make an arm. Now, of course, we want to fold this around. Right, in fact, I'm going to make it into an L shape. Right, make it a little bit easier to work with. Okay, now I've got it on. I'm going to plug blue back up there. And we're going to do the same thing, okay, with gold. Okay, so gold is going to look like this, right? Now the back or the bottom of the train is now the front. That's where the clips are you want, which means that this goes like this. Okay. All right, now. In fact, I'm going to turn this so I can show it to you firsthand. So I'm going to clip this in the same way. All right. Okay. At least it knows what we're doing. Okay. Okay, so we've got this like this. Now what I want to do is I'm going to rotate this such that there's a peg on the back of here. We can see it here. I'm going to plug it into the back of silver. Now that's going to hold everything together up top, right? Really make it. So let's see if I'm going to need to use 2 hands for this because these things are pretty stiff. So let's go ahead, see if we can rotate it back around the way we had it. And plug it back on again because, well, we didn't turn it the right way the first time. There we go. Okay. Now, last, but certainly not least, Kaitou, right? Red sits right up top like this. Okay, and now, Good Cool Kaiser VSX. There it is, the combination that kills the biggest and baddest of the ganglers, right? And brings the thieves and the cops together. It's pretty neat. I would probably like it better if it held together a little better. But, you know, that's just the way it is. Now, of course, you can take blue and yellow off. And we've seen them do this in the show. You can put Biker and Crane up there. You can put Cyclone and Scissors up there and do whatever you want with it like that. Mix them and match them, right? Just like everything else we've done so far is mix and match. So that's, I want to show you, I picked it up and that's what happens. This is exactly why I said, don't pick it up. But since it's the end of the video, I said, what the hell? Let's do it. Let's break the rules. So, X-Train Thunder. You know, I would advise getting this, especially if you're going to get fire, of course, and then the other vehicles. You want all the vehicles, get it. I definitely still believe Fire and Thunder should have been some kind of a 2-pack. I think that would have been the way to go. But, you know, they don't ask my opinion, so it's whatever. But yeah, it's a pretty cool train. I like the trains. And you get to make the big combination. Plus, you need it if you want to be able to make Noel's combinations. So, that's it. Get this. Another cool vehicle. Until next time, check out the podcast, RazRangersandRambles.com, bringing you the latest Toku news in the craziest way possible. As always, thumbs up, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye.